Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rewriting Wrestling History. Anthony here, and joined, as always, with my good friend Larry. Larry, welcome back to Rewriting Wrestling History.
Ready to do this again, Ant. Looking forward. This was a good show as well. Local to us.
Yes, local to us. We're doing SummerSlam 1998, which had a pretty stacked card at the time. Took place in Madison Square Garden, and as you see, the card rundown is going to be happening right now, with Val Venis and D'Lo Brown for the European Championship. The Oddities and Kaientai, who did not have a graphic for this, for some odd reason. I think I can guess why.
Understandable.
Yeah, but all of these matches, I completely forgot this X-Pac Double J was a hair versus hair match.
Yeah, right. And well, when you see the results, you don't think it's hair versus hair. We'll get there.
That's very true. And then, of course, Sable with the mystery partner, who didn't debut until SummerSlam, is actually a new wrestler who, if everybody remembers, we'll find out later. And then this weird match with Ken Shamrock and Owen Hart was funny. But Larry, going back, I know we're going to let it keep running down, but going back to this time, I know SummerSlam 98, because it was at Madison Square Garden, and naturally because we live in New York, we would all go to these things. But you were absent from this one.
Yes, I was. So this day also happened to be the last day of my college orientation. And I remember all of us, you guys, we were all talking about getting tickets. And I'm like, all right, yeah, count me in. And then I was talking to my parents, and they're like, you're going to be too busy with college. You're going to be too busy with the orientation as we're getting ready to start for the European title. D'Lo defending against Val Venis. Yep. Now, where I went to college, I went to Adelphi University, which is on Long Island, and the campus is right by the train, the Long Island Railroad, which runs directly into Penn Station, which is literally under Madison Square Garden. Yep. So as far as getting there was not going to be an issue. But my parents were like, look, you're going to have orientation. You'll never make it in time. You'll be too busy. You'll be tired. I'm like, okay, no problem. Well, needless to say, the pay-per-view started at 8 p.m. and my orientation ended at about 12:30. So I could have easily gone to the show. Not only that, I knew people at my college orientation who were going to the Garden that night.
Yep.
So this was one of the few. Maybe this and I would say Survivor Series 96 were the only two Garden shows I think I might have missed. Once I got to like that age where I can travel to the Garden like for pay-per-views by myself.
Right. Yeah, and I remember, obviously, this was when wrestling was red hot, especially in the WWF, as they started to take over again in the ratings over WCW. And we were going to every event that we possibly could. One mistake you're going to see right here is D'Lo Brown coming out with
two.
Yes. So apparently the game had a European title in it, but I downloaded a European title and then gave it to him. So I somehow accidentally gave him two.
Oh, this is great. This is like Shawn versus Razor with the two Intercontinental titles at WrestleMania 10.
Yeah, well, remember when, at one point in time, D'Lo and Mark Henry were tag team champions, and I think D'Lo was also either European or Intercontinental at the same time. So
he did carry both, yes.
So at one point he carried both. So that's why I didn't go back and redo the match. I'm like, you know what? It's a fun little mistake. I actually like making these fun little faux pas.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Because he's starting to walk out. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, but I will say this though, I had a great time at this show. This was a red hot show, like top to bottom. All of the matches were really solid, save one, which was a complete comedy match, and I'm sure you can all guess which one that is. But also at the time too, I was a huge fan of D'Lo Brown. Like D'Lo Brown to me was like one of the best working wrestlers in the ring.
No, he really was. His gimmick might not have been all that. He was with the Nation Domination, as we heard the music, and you can see how he's dressed. But you're right, his in-ring work, his talent, and he even was able to mix a little bit of that, like haha, as they call it. In this match, though, I don't think he's wearing it in this match that we're watching now, but at the actual show, he was wearing that chest protector.
The chest protector, yeah.
But he was wearing it like a year after he was healed up. So, and he kept using it to his advantage. So D'Lo was able to mix it up with the best of them in there. He's really good on later on. He did commentary in TNA and somewhere else. I forgot. He did commentary somewhere else. But no, very, very good talent. And for that matter, so is Val Venis. You know, say what you want about the gimmick. It was the late 90s. It worked. But Val was a worker as well.
Yeah, no, just two really solid mid-carders all around. Again, both former Intercontinental champions. Yep. Right, they were both Intercontinental champions at the time, which was great. So this was like a perfect match to open the show.
Yes.
And I do remember it being really, really exciting being there for it. Mm-hmm. So, and of course, I was there with our other friend, Anthony Chu, who, for those of you who are, if you're just tuning in to Rewriting Wrestling History for the first time, he joined us on commentary for the WrestleMania 4 event that we did. And it'll be pretty obvious which one he is when you see Ricky Steamboat come out.
You'll definitely hear him.
Yes. But this was a great show. Really had a good time at Madison Square Garden. It was definitely, like I said, a hot crowd. And again, just the whole card. I don't remember really one dud in the show.
There really wasn't. I mean, granted, I finally watched the show years later when I eventually got it on DVD. I didn't even get it on VHS. I got it on DVD and I had to wait a while for that one. But no, you had a little bit of everything. You had, just straight up wrestling. You had the hardcore stuff. You had the weird, funny stuff, if you will. So it was really good. Also, oh, no, never mind. I was going to say something about the layout of the Garden that night, but I don't know why. I was going to say the way the angle was, where they had the entrance straight on. Usually for a couple of the pay-per-views, they weren't doing that at the Garden, but stupid me, they were doing that for a while come here. What I wanted to say was this was the show that debuted the new barrier between the audience and the fans.
Yes, that's right.
So that's 30 years old almost.
I can't believe it's been that long.
Before this, it was just standard guardrails that you
just
saw
the guardrails, through. Yeah.
And then you tune in, it's like, oh, why is everything kind of black all around the edges?
Yep.
And here we are. Now it's all LEDs and everything. Yep. And so,
well, I think at that time maybe they were like, you know what? Maybe we should pad these a little bit since they keep throwing themselves into them.
That too.
Or we don't want the fans suing us if a guardrail gets thrown into them.
Hold on, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. We're at a count of 8, and D'Lo's not waiting. Wait, did D'Lo just break the count? No, 9. Oh, D'Lo taking a dive outside to the ring.
I think that broke the count.
That should have at that point.
Yep,
it did. All right, but it was at a count of 9. That got dangerous there.
It definitely did. Although, D'Lo's not one to, walk away from a count-out victory.
Oh, no, he would take that in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. But yeah, the guardrail change was definitely notable. There was just a lot. There was a lot going on with this.
Do you remember where you were sitting?
If I remember correctly, I want to say we were in the 200s.
Okay.
So we were in the 200s. We were fairly in the middle too, because I remember the ring being just straight on in front of us.
Hold on, I'm sorry. We got a low down. We got a count of 2, and we got a count of 3, just like that. That's new. We rewritten wrestling history right off the bat.
Right off the bat, D'Lo successfully defends his titles, plural, in this match. Successfully defends the European title, although he did win the match at SummerSlam 98. It was by disqualification. So this time around, he just took it cleanly. Unfortunately, Val didn't put up much of a fight.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, this is all D'Lo.
No, 100%.
So,
and
double Euro champ here.
I do love that. That's fantastic. I'm pretty sure someone had 2 belts that were the same belt that they were crowing was both theirs. I'm sure it's somewhere in history. Who knows?
Yes.
But right now, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, here we go with this one.
Yes, you know what? Something in me still loves this match. Unfortunately, unless you have the original DVD or VHS, you're never going to see the original opening again due to copyright and music rights, which are just the worst thing to deal with. But right now, Kaientai coming down to the ring.
Yep, and I want to make a point on this match when I recorded it. The original match at SummerSlam was a 4-on-3 match with Kaientai against the Oddities. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, in WWE 2K25, when I went to their community creations, nobody bothered to create Dick Togo. So
I kind of figured that.
Yeah, so I just decided to forego him. And unfortunately as well, there was only one Mr. Yamaguchi. And again, one of these things that really irks me about games today, I couldn't download him because the person who created him used items from DLC that I didn't own.
I gotcha.
And because of that, I couldn't download him. And that's really obnoxious.
That's what is going. Oh my gosh! I took a look at Giant Silver, and I'm like, look at that mane and hair. Holy cow!
Well, he did have a mane of hair.
No, he did, but I don't think it was that. It wasn't blonde and curly.
Yes.
Again, Kurgan looking good, of course. Golga, I'm still trying to figure out whether or not South Park and Comedy Central is fully aware that Golga essentially stole the gimmick of Cartman.
Yeah, more or less.
Using Cartman, I should say.
But I mean, I think they should have known. I mean, he used to come out with a giant plush of him. Remember?
He did. Yes, he certainly did. And they came out with the Oddities. And for all our Juggalo friends who are watching, and I know you're all out there, Shaggy 2 Dope, Violent J, big wrestling fans. I mean, they sure are. They own their own wrestling organization, Juggalo Championship.
Yep.
Which actually a lot of people say has better writing than anything going on TV today.
Really?
So no, for real. Russo is over there, and Russo's actually not destroying it like he has with other organizations.
I didn't realize he was over there.
No, it's on YouTube. Honestly, you got to check out. I've only watched a couple of shows, but they're really entertaining. I mean, they go off the rails sometimes, but it's pretty good. Yeah, you got to check them out. Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, unfortunately, I could only put one manager down, which is why I went with Luna instead of ICP.
Makes sense. Yeah. Well, ICP later going on to WCW.
Yes.
And I think it was Shaggy 2 Dope who almost, I think, got killed accidentally by, nice springboard dropkick by, who was that? That is Funaki.
Yeah, and Kurgan somehow made the pin.
Why not, right? Just lean into it. And Shaggy 2 Dope was like, he was either power bombed off or he was power bombed on top and then fell head first off the top of a bus with that 70s guy, Mike Awesome. So, yeah, it was, and back then they just kept going. So they just kept wrestling.
Oh, that's not good. All right, here comes Golga.
Oh, here we go. Golga, if we only knew who was under the mask.
Right?
I think we might know who's under the mask.
Yeah, it was such a mystery.
Well, good for him to get some work later on. So, but whenever he jumps, it might be some tremors running around.
Yeah, well, could be that, could be an avalanche, could be a shark attack. There's so many options with him.
But this was it was a fun match to watch. I think this is like one of those. I always equate these types of matches. There's really not much to it, and it breaks up in between matches. Like you have this great match that D'Lo and Val had.
Yep.
And you got another great match coming up, which we'll get to when we get there. But again, matches like this always. It's kind of like when you watch like back in the day. I feel like they don't do it as much anymore. But if you go backwards, you have your main event, and then you have your third to last match. And usually that match in between is something very light, very short, very kind of to bring everyone down, calm everyone down, and then get them all back up on their feet for the main event.
Yeah, it's the breather match, basically.
Exactly.
It's not that they put them there because it's boring. They put them there because there's a cadence to a show, and you're as fans, you need to give them an opportunity to catch their breath after they've seen something amazing. Although on this card, this was before I think they started doing that, because if you remember, the last two matches on this card were the Intercontinental Title ladder match, which basically stole the show, and then the World Title match.
100%.
So, yeah.
So here's a fun fact: Giant Silva was a basketball player.
That does not surprise me at all.
He played at the '88 Summer Olympics for Brazil, because he is Brazilian. And he was 7'2".
Well, when you're that tall, I mean, that's an easy profession to go into, I would think.
Yeah. He later went on, after WWE, he went on to wrestle for CMLL.
Yeah, and he did a chip up right there.
He did, as he would. And then he was in New Japan for a minute. And then looks like he retired in 2010. No, I'm sorry. He went on to fight in Pride. Wow, that's MMA. That's interesting.
Wow. Okay.
He's terrible. He's 6 losses and 2 wins, so he's not that good. But
not that great.
He did it.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. In that type of. We got a pin here. Hold on.
Koga for the cover.
Just the one. Considering the fact that he's an easy target because of how big he is.
No, you would think, right? True. Yeah. And his 2 wins were by submission. So, I just looked at him and like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah, just like I don't know how to fight a tree. Sorry.
Oh, you know what's interesting? A lot of his losses were like to kicks into his knees. So.
Oh, okay. Well, and a lot of people who are incredibly tall do tend to have knee problems. Why is Luna throwing a chair in the ring?
Because she wants this match to be over with.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
Meanwhile, Golga just stomping away on, who is that?
That is Menseo.
Yes. Where's he been? Of course, we all know Sho Funaki, Taka Michinoku, having great careers in WWE, especially Funaki. I believe Funaki's still there, actually, as an agent, and this match might be quickly over. With that
he literally sat on. Oh, nope, Taka made the save.
Taka breaking it up.
But Golga clearly is in control here.
Yeah.
Although we can't see because of giant silver.
What is going on here? Why don't you Kurrigan? Get to the other side. What's going on here? You know the etiquette here.
Oh, these trees. I did not want to mess with the camera angles because it's very easy to just mess up the whole show that way.
Fair enough. There we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, big booty into the corner.
Oh, that might do it.
One, 2, and that is it.
All right.
Had a chance to talk about Kaientai, but that is okay.
No, that's okay. Kaientai's biggest moment in WWE, of course, was with Val Venis, and we didn't have that on this show.
We did not, no. But very good. Kurrigan actually starting to make the rounds, the autograph rounds. Kurrigan's going to be at the big event in November out here on Long Island, and I hear he's an absolute sweetheart. So,
you ask him.
To meet him. I will.
Actually, you should get him to put you in a chokehold and see what happens.
I've already had that with Backlund. I don't need it with him.
Yes, that is true.
All right. This is a match we got coming up. Hair versus hair. X-Pac versus Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Yes. Jarrett also one of my favorites in the 90s. Yeah, I always enjoyed him.
Apparently he already lost this match.
Yes, he did. So say what you will about the struggles of the WWF in the 90s. I still thought they had a very solid mid card. Their upper card was definitely lacking, but their mid card I always thought was really good.
You know what it was? I agree with you there. I think I wouldn't say the upper card was lacking as much as, and I'm not just saying this, I think the upper card was just so strong. They didn't need a lot of names up there. The fans were coming in. They were selling out. Austin could do no wrong.
No. I meant I was talking more like the mid '90s, before the Austin McMahon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Like when you had Double J the singer.
I got you now.
Yeah.
Well, this was basically like, so he's going into this match as Double J, and obviously we have what we have as far as the characters to use, but he was going into this as Double J, and it was essentially that like his character shift to get away from the Double J persona.
Yes.
That's really what this whole was,
Because they did the Double J bit, and then they brought him in as part of, like, the, with Jim Cornette, when Cornette did his
the NWA,
NWA.
Yeah.
And he was still Double J then. And then it was shortly after this where we got the Don't Piss Me Off Double J. We got the tag team with Owen Hart.
Oh, amazing.
Which was fantastic.
For a short time, he was running with, the Godwins also ended up changing their gimmicks to Southern Justice.
That's right.
Using more their real names. And they were running with Jeff Jarrett for a little while. But then you're right. Once Jarrett teamed up with Owen, it was off to the races from there. Sadly, short-lived, but it was off to the races.
It really was. And it makes me go back and think about how short their tag team really was, because they had gotten together, I think, late in 1998. And then, of course, X-Pac shot to superstardom with DX after Shawn Michaels got injured and left Triple H in charge.
Yep, and then just the return on Raw after WrestleMania 14.
That's right.
Coming back from WCW. One of the first big names to come back from WCW, I think.
Yes,
one of
he
the
actually
first.
was.
Not saying the first, but and then cutting that promo live on TV on Bischoff. So very epic.
Yep.
I was not. I remember watching that vividly, and I was not. That was the last thing that came to my mind. Wow, X-Pac is absolutely just blowing the doors off this match in the beginning.
Yeah, he wants this over fast. He doesn't want to lose his hair.
No, not at all. Now, during the show, if you remember, Howard Finkel was in the corner of X-Pac.
Yes, because didn't Jarrett shave Howard Finkel's head? Yeah.
It's like, here's what's going to happen to you, X-Pac. And he shaved what little hair Finkel had left. Yeah. Shaved it off.
Well, as fate would have it these days, I think X-Pac is more or less bald, and Jeff Jarrett is not.
No, X-Pac. Oh, yeah, no, he might be. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. So
yeah, he's kind of close to bald.
But Jarrett still got... Look, it was just a tad over a year ago, I saw Jarrett at an indie show, Create a Pro out here on Long Island, and he's still going, still able to go. So, and every now and again, you'll see him in the ring.
Yeah, just a testament to his conditioning.
100%.
Which is fantastic at his age.
Yeah. So hair versus hair matches, nothing new. The plethora history of hair versus hair matches, not as much in the WWE though. Like hair versus hair, that was really big in the South, really big in down in Mexico, or even further south.
Well, wait a minute, but didn't one just happen recently with Jade Cargill?
Oh, how dare I was just before recording this. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was talking about that very match. I'm like, set aside the fact that her hair fell off during the match, and the internet is now blowing up with that.
It's
a tough one. What's funnier is if you watch the match, that happens halfway through the match, and she couldn't get it. It's a wig. All right. She couldn't get the wig back on, so now she's wrestling one hand on her head. Thank God she took a move to the head before, like she was able to sell it a bit. Mm-hmm. But she had to wrestle the rest of the match basically one-handed. So, I felt so bad for her.
Oh well.
But these hair versus hair matches, again, they were fairly few and far between in the WWE. But this one, it was an interesting outcome because you always knew in a hair versus hair, someone's going to be shaved bald.
Yes.
But we didn't really get that too much in this one when the loser was just given a crew cut.
Yes.
Which is it was a little weird, yeah.
It was definitely weird. And I think, and I'm sure that might have been just Jarrett not one up. We got his signature figure four here.
A move rare, people, in my opinion, people rarely win with unless you're Charlotte Flair.
Well, if you read the comments on Rewriting Wrestling History, actually, somebody corrected you quite a bit on Ric Flair when you said he didn't win with that a lot. Uh-oh.
We got a cover after a big elbow off the top. Whoa!
Oh.
Rewritten. Jeff Jarrett with the win over X-Pac.
And unfortunately, we couldn't do this in the game, but at this point, we would have X-Pac either in a chair or unconscious, so that he can get. They should have brought back Bruce Barber Beefcake for moments like these.
And real quick before we move on to the next match, I do have a lock of Jarrett's hair.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I think a friend of ours who was there at the show. I like for those who've listened to my podcast, he shall not be named. I think actually got a lock of his hair and ended up, I guess he didn't want it anymore. So he gave it to me, so I have it with a ticket from it. So, all right.
All right, here we go.
Match coming in. And as the graphic shows, we now know who the mystery partner is.
Yes, the mystery partner was none other than Edge, who, by the way, I don't remember, but I don't think, you didn't come with us either when we did all the autograph signings, right? Like on the Intrepid and stuff the days leading up to SummerSlam?
No, because there I was
That was all
definitely
college.
entrenched in my orientation.
Yeah, so like the day before SummerSlam, me.
To be fair, I didn't know you guys did that.
Yeah, me and mutual friend Anthony. I don't remember if anybody else came. Not the Anthony who's done commentary here, but our other friend Anthony. There were a bunch of us, Anthony's.
Yeah, really were. I was the only one not in.
Yeah, we went to the Intrepid to get a bunch of autographs, and like Yamaguchi's son was there, Jacqueline was there, but Edge, who had not debuted with the WWF yet, he was actually signing autographs there. So it was really interesting to see him the day before he debuted, and they had him playing, I guess, the character that he started with, where like he wasn't really talking to anybody. He was just signing. He was signing the autograph and then just like passing it on, because it was like a table of 5 of them, and they were all signing like the same the paper, which had whatever graphic on it. So yeah, he was just quietly signing things and not saying anything. I think because like his character hadn't debuted yet. Obviously, he was debuting a day later, and that was also the same day after the Intrepid. Anthony and I went to get The Rock's autograph because he was doing him and D'Lo were doing an autograph session somewhere else in the city. So we went there after the Intrepid, and Anthony brought the elbow pad that he got from King of the Ring 98, because we were sitting 5th row at King of the Ring 98 that year.
I remember hearing about this.
And he didn't catch it, but he got the people's elbow pad that because he was right by the guardrail by the aisle, and it landed right there, and he grabbed it, and he brought it to The Rock and got it signed that day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Before SummerSlam 98, which was a really cool moment. Yep. And then we got D'Lo's autograph as well at the same time, and we both basically said nothing to him. It was like everybody was talking to The Rock, and then D'Lo was just like giving an autograph, and people were just taking it, walking away. I felt bad for him.
Trust you, I've been to those autograph signings. I've had to get a couple of autographs just to distract the person so someone else can get someone else's autograph. You know what I mean? So they didn't have to feel bad to get theirs. So
yes,
but in any event.
But here we go. And also at the time, another great story here is that like Edge at the time when he debuted, he would come in through the crowd, and our mutual friend Anthony, WrestleMania 4 commentator Anthony Chu. We were in an aisle. He was standing at the aisle. I was on the the seat next to him, and he was kind of halfway in the aisle, waiting for whoever was coming out, because everybody's standing there wondering who's coming out because Edge is brand new. And then lo and behold, somebody kind of nudges him aside to run down the stairs in MSG, and I look over and it's Edge. So Edge's first ever entrance for his first match in WWF was down the stairs right next to me and my friend Anthony. And Anthony had no idea what was going on because he was such a Marc Mero fan. He was just focused on Marc, like what was going on in the ring. And then I just looked at him. I said, dude, did you just see who pushed you? He's like, what? No. And then he looked down the aisle and saw Edge halfway down the stairs heading to ringside.
Phenomenal.
It was really funny to see, how he was just completely oblivious because he was too busy, I think, blowing kisses at Marc Mero. We got the women starting this match.
We do. Sable and Jacqueline. Sable just absolute meteoric rise, right? To the top of the huge WWE. Just was, really like the it girl of the WWE. The first one in a while for WWE.
No, not in a while. I honestly think
a couple years. I mean, past Sunny.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Sunny was definitely the first, and then Sable took over. I think Sable took over right after Sunny.
Took over. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah, it went from Sunny to Sable.
Yeah.
No question about that.
And Sable, I mean, say what you want about her in-ring capabilities, which wasn't all that.
No.
But she definitely was late 90s, what the WWE was looking for, what the fan base was looking for. And what led us to this match was Sable was with Marc Mero. I'm pretty sure Sable was actually married to Marc during this time. And
she was.
And what happened was clearly Sable's popularity taking off way more than Marc's. And Sable wasn't an in-ring competitor. She was just the valet at the time. And you couldn't keep the two of them together, so they had to separate them out, which I always kind of
That's
Jackie
great.
just taking a bump for no reason.
Yes.
And I always kind of felt bad for Marc on this one because he really got overshadowed.
He did.
By Sable. Now the men are tagged in.
Yeah, and he was and obviously Marc Mero was an excellent wrestler. He really
100%.
was. Again, another solid mid-card worker.
Totally, absolutely. Former Intercontinental Champion in the WWE.
Yep.
Okay, now Edge just showing off.
I was just to say, everybody's just missing moves. But getting back to Sable. Yeah, Sable completely outshined Marc Mero, and you know what? To WWE, to WWF's credit, they used it to their advantage for story purposes.
Oh gosh,
yeah. Had Marc Mero turn heel on Sable, and then obviously teaming up with Jacqueline, in my opinion, one of the best female wrestlers of the '90s. And then put her in a program with Sable to kind of make Sable look somewhat decent during matches.
Yeah, look, you had to. Sometimes you had to. Back then, again, it was more necessarily the sizzle, but the steak. So
yes, it definitely was.
And of course, Jackie is a Hall of Famer. Went in 2016. So.
Yes, and very well deserved.
Oh,
and
100%.
Sable obviously has not gone into the Hall of Fame. She has disappeared from public life for the last
she's up there
20
in
years.
Saskatoon or whatever, married to Brock Lesnar, so she doesn't need to do a thing.
No. What does she have, like 17 kids?
With Brock alone? Who knows? What is there to do up in Canada? So
I don't know. I don't know. Why are you bringing that up?
I'm just saying because they live up there. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, I know.
But now I'm looking into it.
Hey, how many kids does she have?
3. 3.
Okay. Meanwhile, the pace is definitely quickening here.
Oh, big elbow. Nice. Now Marc Mero. And I got to be honest, the marvelous Marc gimmick, as we got a 2 count, Edge kicking out. The 3 major gimmicks. Look at this. Another moonsault from the inside. Holy cow. So, Marc starts off with Johnny B. Bad.
Yep.
Great gimmick in WCW. Fantastic gimmick.
Little Richard ripoff, but works really well for him.
Heel and face. Phenomenal.
Yes.
Comes into...
Oh, here we go. This is how Sable almost ended it. If you remember correctly.
Edge holding on. Edge with a big leg drop off the second rope. Wildman Marc Mero was a great gimmick. Was sort of like Johnny B. Bad, but more Marc of himself. And then this boxing gimmick, marvelous Marc Mero. And then this is kind of, like I said, then Mero got stuck in the look at this wicked submission here by Edge.
Very nice.
Are we going to get a tap out? Hold on, no.
Nope.
And then, again, Marc just kind of gets stuck in that shadow of Sable, and pretty much all she wrote for Marc.
Oh, we got a spear.
Big spear before Edge really used that spear.
That's right. We might be done here.
2. We are done. Big win.
Very nice. Big win. Sable got the win in the original match, but
he did.
But it was with a tag team move, if you remember, because I believe, didn't she get splashed onto Mero for the pin?
Yeah, I think it was like a wheelbarrow thing or something.
Yeah, it was like a wheelbarrow thing. Yep.
So,
after the Sable Kenrana.
No, of course. So, I think there's already a little bit of controversy happening in this show, because I've been thinking about this since even the very first match. So right now we're 2-2 with outcomes as we're getting ready to go into the Lion's Den match. Though in this case it's going to be a steel cage.
Yes, I did the steel cage match because it seemed like the closest equivalent I can get.
We did. Now we marked the European title match as rewritten because D'Lo won by pinfall, but he did still win by DQ in the beginning. I know where you're going with it, Ant. But
no. I count that one as preserved.
Oh, I could have sworn I saw rewritten on it.
No. It should have been preserved.
Okay. Then we are 3-1.
We are 3-1.
Three preserved. And that's the great word to use. And then 1 rewritten. But now we're going into this, what was originally a Lion's Den match. And Ann, could you even possibly explain what the Lion's Den match looked like?
The Lion's Den match basically looked like the Octagon from UFC. I mean, that's
stuck in the dryer.
Yeah, stuck in the dryer. It was very, very small. And the match actually took place in the MSG Theater, not in Madison Square Garden proper.
So what they did was, and they also did this for WrestleMania 10, at least they sold tickets. So for those unfamiliar, you have the Garden, the main arena. And hey, go next.
Here comes this psychopath.
And here comes Ken Shamrock.
I like the fact that whoever made this wrestler, I think, no, wait.
He was
in the game.
creative. No, he's got to be.
No, he was in the game. I was going to say, they did a good job making his eyes look a little crossed.
Yes. That's just kept punching himself in the face before he entered the ring. We're about to see it. So the theater at Madison Square Garden has gone through many different names over the years. But it's adjacent to, actually, I think it's technically below. Yeah, it's below MSG, technically. But it's right there. And for those who watch the product today, NXT twice a year works out of the theater at MSG. It's a great little area to watch it. So WWE for WrestleMania 10 and for this, that's cool. I don't remember what the showing the cage get lowered.
Here we go. Lion's Den match, Ken Shamrock, Owen Hart.
All right, this is going to be a great match. Ant, do you want to explain what the original Lion's Den match was?
The original Lion's Den match was basically a UFC octagon that took place in the MSG theater, not in MSG proper.
Yes, it was actually a tinier. Some would say it was maybe stuck in the dryer. It was a tiny octagon. It was basically WWE's way of trying to do UFC without UFC, and it was it was actually like an upside down cone, if you remember, because the cage was maybe 8 feet tall. Yeah. And the top of the cage had like a catwalk on it, but as you got to the mat, it shrunk down to maybe 6 feet in diameter, I would say.
Yeah, it was like painfully small. Like you could tell when they were in there that there was not a lot of room to move.
No, not too much. But that led to that need of doing like a UFC type thing. And and like Ant said, this took place in the theater of Madison Square Garden. For those unfamiliar with MSG, you have the arena, go Knicks. You have the main arena, and then underneath it is a theater. You know, like a regular theater for plays and musical acts. Like in other words, you have the stage in front and then the seats in front of the stage. It's not circular. So what WWE did for this show, SummerSlam 98 and WrestleMania 10, they sold tickets at the theater at MSG. So you got to technically say you were at the Garden, but you were watching it on screens, almost like closed circuit.
Yeah, exactly. And the cool thing about going to an event at the MSG Theater when there was an event happening in Madison Square Garden itself is that it was basically like a 4D experience because you were getting the sounds and like just the reverberations of the crowd in the theater, which just made it a bigger experience.
It did. It was very cool. It was, again, Owen getting his way out of the ring, out of the cage. So what they did for SummerSlam is to offer a little extra for those in attendance at the theater. This match actually took place in the theater at MSG. So it flipped. Everyone in the Garden proper, watched it on the screens, where the people in the theater actually saw it live, which I think was pretty cool to give them something.
Yeah. Well, and thankfully it was just one match. It wasn't like a WrestleMania 2 scenario where like you got like a third of the card and then had to watch the rest on the screens in the arena.
True. True closed circuit back then.
Yeah. Good old closed circuit. I guess, but for the people in the MSG Theater that were watching the rest of this show, on the screen, it's kind of like what WWE does today with their PLEs at movie theaters.
Oh, yeah, and I've gone to like 2 or 3 of them. Well, hold on. We got Owen with a cover. I've gone to about 2 or 3 PLEs at the theater. It is such a fun experience to go, at least the one I go to, I guess maybe the crowd. Yeah, you watch, essentially you're just watching, the Netflix feed. But it's, in a way, sometimes you kind of get caught up into it and you feel like you're at the show. When we went and saw the Rumble this year, me and my friends in the theater, like we're counting down, 3, 2, 1. We're doing all that. We're doing chants. So you get kind of caught up into it. And it is a little cheaper than buying, the ticket is a little cheaper than buying ESPN app. But once you start getting the popcorn and everything, that's a different ballgame.
Yeah, I was just going to say, all you got to do is go to the concession stand, and you've definitely made up for it. Oh, we got an ankle lock here.
Oh, here we go. This actually is the way the original Lion's Den was getting ready to end. Ken Shamrock had Dan Severn in his corner during this match.
Did Ken Shamrock or Owen Hart have Dan Severn?
Oh, did I say Ken Shamrock? I'm sorry, I meant Owen Hart. Owen Hart had Dan Severn. The month prior to this, Severn, Shamrock, and Owen had another gimmick match, but this one took place up in Calgary in the original Hart family dungeon. It was a dungeon match.
Yes, it was with the nice 70s wood paneling and the very thin mats on the ground.
Oh, so thin.
That is the second flying leg drop that's been missed on this show.
And
Owen's taking full advantage.
Yeah. He is. Ooh, into the top rope.
It's those cross eyes, man.
Yeah. The dungeon match was a fun match to watch. As Owen with a big elbow onto the ankles.
Now tell me this really quickly, since this obviously I didn't do a Lion's Den match, I had to do a steel cage match. Are you pro or against pinfalls and submissions in a steel cage match? I still like the old school, you have to leave the ring.
You know what? That's a tough call. I think only because it's been so many years.
Yep.
But I do miss the days of just a straight, no referee in the ring, escape the cage. That's it. That's very old school. But to me also, I think look at this. Shamrock's just bring it. I like that.
He's just bringing it. Well, he was always tough like that.
He was
on TV.
I feel like the way of that. We got a hockey fight now in the ring.
Yes, we do.
The just escape kind of went away with the blue cage.
Yes.
Sort of. As we got a belly to belly, got a cover. 2. No, only 2 count. The King of Hearts kicks out.
Yes.
So I do miss that as much as I miss the blue cage. But
I love the blue cage.
But to be fair.
Oh,
wait a minute. We got a sharpshooter? Yes, we do. Deep.
All right.
Owen's got it deep here. I was saying for our fans who live, outside of the New York area, especially live down south, the cage matches everywhere else were straight up pin and submission. Not only that, cage matches like in the NWA, tag team cage matches still tagged.
Yeah, which I always found that strange too, because obviously, because there are no rules when you have the steel cage match. Exactly. So why would you bother tagging in and out? And I think WWE did it a couple of times.
They played around with it. Yeah, every once in a while.
It just never worked.
No, you got to have everyone in the ring at once. Like I said before, last time we had one of these shows and it was a steel cage match. I remember on one of the best of, which they're slowly releasing on WWE Vaults. The original best of.
I saw that. I saw that.
Not in order, but one of them had that 6-man cage match. It was like the Harts and Honky Tonk versus Tito.
Oh, here we go. Owen's climbing.
Oh, wait a minute. Tito, I think, San Martino, and someone else.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, was it the
I don't know if it was
Bulldogs?
Strikeforce. Oh, it might have been the Bulldogs. Might have been Bulldogs and Tito, actually.
Yeah,
Look
that
at
would
this.
make
Owen,
sense. They were
wait a minute now.
back then. I think Owen...
Is he going to be out? Because Ken Shamrock's not just staring at him.
Yeah, I think it gets to a certain sequence when they can't stop him.
And that is it. And with that, we have rewritten.
Where are we at now? 3 and 2?
3 and 2. We have preserved 3 matches, and we have rewritten 2 of them.
Although D'Lo is slightly contested.
We might leave that one to the fans, folks.
Yes.
You let us know. Was that first match, European title match, rewritten or not? Let us know. But and we got 3 matches left, and we're about to go into this one, which was an impromptu handicap match.
That's right. It was the tag team titles were on the line. Mankind and Kane were the tag team champions at the time. And unfortunately, Kane was taken out earlier in the evening and was unable to compete in the match, or so we thought he was taken out, right? Storyline will prove differently, which left Mankind defending the tag titles against the New Age Outlaws 2-on-1. Mankind wound up losing the match by, I think he got pinned, thrown in. Oh, by the way, this was also a
false count
anywhere match. Mankind, there was a dumpster brought out because there was a whole dumpster history with them. And Mankind lost, wound up throwing in a dumpster, and then when they opened the dumpster, Kane came out of the dumpster.
Yeah.
And we thought Kane was going to go after the Outlaws, but instead Kane took a sledgehammer out and then slammed it on Mankind inside the dumpster.
Yeah.
And that was how it first went down. I can guarantee you, on this show, it will not go down the same way.
No dumpster. You got to
No
get the new
dumpster.
game then. New game, I think, has a dumpster match.
Does it? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Well, you know what? I've got everything downloaded on 2K25, so I'll be using this one a lot. Which again, by the way, I'm still planning to use other video game engines. It's just hard to find ones that will work well enough for these
I agree.
shows.
I agree with you.
You know, maybe when we start doing like solo matches, like using other video game engines makes more sense than doing full pay-per-views.
I get you. And we do. Kind of a programming note, folks. We definitely plan on expanding this channel. So be on the lookout. Stay tuned.
Yes. Yes. More is coming. As long as we have time to record them.
Yes. And as of right now, I do.
And the New Age Outlaws here, you know, at this point, you know, this was the height of their careers.
New Age Outlaws, for me, a top 3 tag team of all time for me.
Wow.
And depending on how I feel, I'm not going to... No, it is. I completely get that. Once in a blue moon, depending on my mood, I'll say they are my top tag team. This 98, the Attitude Era, DX. You know, this was prime time for me growing up. And
Definitely
just like the attitude of the Road Dogg, Billy Gunn just, you know, being phenomenal in the ring. Beyond all the gimmicks he had leading into the Outlaws. And I just love the name, to be honest. I always love that name.
You mean Double J, Jesse James, and Rockabilly?
Oh, poor Rockabilly. I had hope for Rockabilly. I didn't have too much hope for Double J, Jesse James.
I had no hope for either of them.
Oh,
and then look what happened.
They came together. They pushed a couple people off from the dumpster, and off to the races they went.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. That's all they needed.
Yep.
But yeah, going back to like, you know, best tag teams, I would definitely say during the Attitude Era, like late 90s, I think arguably you can say they were the best tag team. But of all time, I don't, you know, again, out in terms of the gimmick and the way that they worked outside the ring, definitely at the top of their game. Inside the ring, you know, to me, they were never that. They were not like top tier wrestlers, in my opinion. Billy Gunn was always a great worker, but
Still is.
and still is. Yeah, he's still going in his 60s, which is insane. But their matches to me were a little more entertainment than wrestling.
Okay, I agree. I'm
know?
with you on that.
And I'm definitely not saying that's a bad thing. Obviously, look at what they accomplished. You know.
Yeah.
I would definitely put them at the top of my list for this era. But of all time, I don't know where they would fall all time on my list. There are so many other teams that pop into my head, and most of them are from the 80s and early 90s.
And also those, whenever you're presented with the all-time or Mount Rushmore, if you will, it's hard to come up with that because there are so many different factors, as Billy right now has got to cover on Mankind. There's so many factors that play into that. You're right. And, you know, it depends on who you're talking to. You know, are you talking to a wrestling purist? Are you talking to someone like me who factors in that entertainment value versus the actual wrestling? You know, that's a whole nother argument, pro wrestling versus sports entertainment. And I think there's a value in both. But, yeah, no, again, though, just for me, which admittedly, you're right. I can't think of any outlaw matches that I can say, you know, show this move for move to a class, you know what I mean, as what to do. But entertainment always got my entertainment value.
Well, and that's the thing with the Outlaws is that they showed you just how important the entertainment part of sports entertainment was to a career. It wasn't just all about, okay, who can put on the best, you know, match.
Yeah.
It's how do you tell the story in the ring, and is the story good enough? And wow, nice punch right there.
Yeah, but Mankind just wanted to just
walk it off.
Road Dogg a question. Road Dogg's like, get away from it.
Yeah, basically. And Mankind's got a tall order here, taking on, you know, both of them. Obviously, handicap matches were no joke.
No, and Mankind falling for it again. Maybe he just pick a different corner. There's three
you know,
other corners.
There are 3 other ones, and all the turnbuckles are on. So,
yeah, so far, no referee, no managers are taking turnbuckles off in this match.
What is Billy Gunn doing?
He's making up his mind. He's making him dizzy.
Very confused.
Oh, and Mankind starts throwing up in this video game. It's gonna be phenomenal.
That would be awesome. I do like though. If you've ever played 2K25, when he takes out Socko, it just magically appears on his hand.
That's great. Oh, this is what he's waiting for. Sweet shin music. No,
yes.
Oh, there it is. He hit it. Double arm DDT. Very nice.
Oh, wow. This could be interesting.
Time to talk about this. We got to cover 2. No.
Oh, last second.
The perils of a handicap match. Having to deal with that second person. Now, this was Mankind's kind of... We talk about it with Double J. Mankind... Ooh, vicious back elbow. Mankind's kind of gimmick change, where he was that deranged, sadistic at times, lunatic Mankind, where now he's starting to come around. Now, he's a corporate Mankind, or he's starting to become corporate Mankind. No, that's a little bit later on. But he's starting to become like a
fan favorite. Yeah.
Not only fan favorite, but fun. Goofy almost at times.
A little bit. And you know what that was? It was...
It's Socko.
He may have this match.
We're going to have a submission out of this. Come on, Road Dogg, do your job.
Well, but Billy Gunn can't talk right now.
No, doesn't get it. And he puts Socko right back in.
Yes. Oh, hot tag.
Big tag. Here we go. Hot tag. Road Dogg in the ring.
Whoa, what happened to Billy Gunn?
Billy Gunn is having some neurological issues from that mandible claw. Holy cow.
Oh, my gosh. But I think what happened after King of the Ring 98, when Mankind took that huge fall off the top of the Hell in the Cell, I think that was when everybody... That's when everybody started to give him a ton of respect. And that's when like you said, when his attitude started to change.
Yeah.
And people started cheering him more, just surely out of respect.
Side fun fact. Wait a minute. We got the pump handle slam, or if you will, the riptide. We got to cover. 2. No, man, you got to do more to that Mankind. We just mentioned he fell off the cage.
Yeah,
but
just Road Dogg,
very smart covering. Feet on the rope. No, still only 1 count. Quick fun fact about that Hell in a Cell match. Remember the doctor, Dr. Pierre, whatever his name is? He played Sub-Zero in the first Mortal Kombat movie?
Oh, no, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened there?
Referee got in the way. Referee takes a drop kick.
Well, I can understand why the referee got in the way, because Road Dogg never does a drop kick.
Along with the moonsault he did off the top rope?
I had no idea that was coming.
Oh, man.
This match has been pretty exciting.
It's actually good.
Here we go again.
Second mandible claw. I wonder if it's a second sock.
I was just going to say, so Road Dogg and Billy Gunn have essentially kissed now. The same sock went in their mouths.
Well, look, a prelude for Billy Gunn with Billy and Chuck.
Billy and Chuck, years later.
Great tag team.
And Billy Gunn seems grossed out and decided not to come in and break that pin.
Oh, man, now we're starting to get to the nitty-gritty of this one.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, Mankind bringing him in the hard way. Ooh.
It's been a solid match.
This match might have been lasted longer than the actual match. The actual match was only about 5 and change.
Entirely possible.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another double arm DDT, but he's too close to the corner. Mankind's
I would agree with that.
Oh, no, I think he's listening to me.
He heard you.
Holy cow. That's the damn AI.
And here comes the sock again.
He's got a whole bag of socks down there.
Yeah, he went. He went to like Marshall's across the street before the event started. But testament to he can't get anybody to submit to it.
No. What's he gonna do? Oh, leg drop misses. No one's been successful with that leg drop. Not too much.
No, the leg drop. Yeah, the leg drops have been fatal in this game.
Road Dogg's got a little juke and jive in there going on.
Yeah,
big shot. I will say that I was saying before, there's really not a match that I can say that I can pinpoint like an amazing match of the Outlaws. I will say, even though it was an 8-man tag, that No Way Out unsanctioned match before WrestleMania 14, it was the Outlaws, Triple H, and it was supposed to be Shawn Michaels, but
Savio
he got hurt.
Vega.
So it was Savio Vega against Austin, Owen, and Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie.
Oh, another pump handle.
That's probably my favorite match involving the Outlaws. But we have a pin here, and a 3 new tag team champions.
Yes.
Just like in real life.
Just like it happened.
Yeah, what? Okay. Try to figure out whose winning thing is that.
No idea. But I will say, I couldn't make it. I couldn't make this a tag title match because it was a handicap match.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you won't see them walking around with the titles.
That's. But still, yes, new tag team champions, the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, just like it was before.
Yeah, celebrating in the ring.
There they are, your top 3 of all time favorite tag team.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, back at the original show, DX was on a roll leading into this match, but earlier in the night we had Jeff Jarrett over X-Pac. So we're not going to get the possible clean sweep here.
There's no DX sweep here. And you know what? It was, in my opinion, it was incredibly important for them to have that sweep here at SummerSlam in order to really cement how much of a force DX was. Because Shawn, obviously Shawn and Triple H and China started DX, but it was after Shawn's injury where DX really started to soar.
Oh, true.
And the way that they did that was SummerSlam 98 was incredibly pivotal in that happening.
And especially with this very match we're getting into, the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yes, arguably the best match of the night. In my opinion, it definitely stole the show because I just remember how insanely good this ladder match was. And also, back then, ladder matches weren't as common as you see them today. Like there was never, back then we didn't have an annual, Money in the Bank or anything like that. For a while, then we got when the Hardys and the Dudleys and started doing all their TLC matches, we got a lot of them. But back then, like when they did ladder matches, like they were special.
No, they were, and that, there's a lot of, you can say that about a lot of gimmick matches nowadays that have been overused. Like I think I give WWE credit that thankfully they pulled back on Hell in a Cell, which is good.
Right.
Make that rare. But ladder matches nowadays, they're a dime a dozen. Forgetting about Money in the Bank, just in general, are a dime a dozen. But back then, you're right. I love ladder matches. Always have, always will. Especially one-on-one ladder matches, which you don't often see that often anymore.
No, you really don't. It's usually a multi-man match.
Absolutely. Now, it's a very small thing.
What's the small thing?
I'm sorry. So the very small thing in this match is that the arena was very dark, a lot of red, a lot of orange. But I liked how they made they painted the ladder yellow. And don't ask me, it's just such a tiny thing, but the ladder just popped where, like, normally it would have blended in with everything else. But I kind of liked how they did make the ladder yellow. I know it sounds stupid, but I think it was a good choice, just for the eyes. Where your eyes are going to get drawn to.
Yeah, and I totally get that. I did like the fact that they did that as well. Yeah. It again, just small differences, like the little small details that can make a big difference in a match.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously The Rock here also on his rise through the Nation of Domination.
Oh yeah, no, The Rock was a rocket strapped to the back of him.
Yes. So, and again, watching this match live at MSG was just unbelievable. Definitely, probably one of my favorite matches.
All right, here we go. Intercontinental Championship.
Yes, and like I said, like I said, this match to me stole the show on the card. By far, even though obviously what came after this, Austin and Undertaker, you knew was going to be a great match.
Oh yeah.
And let's not forget, and with China and Mark Henry out there, it definitely made things more interesting in the match to see how they were going to get involved.
Very much variables.
And I think this was also before the China Mark Henry.
I was just going to ask,
right? I think it was before it.
Where was Sexual Chocolate with this?
I believe this was pre-Sexual Chocolate.
Okay.
I know that
because Sexual Chocolate, I think, was more when he went off on his own.
Yes, and they had their moment at Royal Rumble '99.
Yes,
if we remember, that's when China eliminated Mark Henry.
Like what happened there? The Rock slid out, knocked the ladder over, and then when it fell, China looked back like, "Oh, what was that?"
And then he went under the ring to pick up a different one.
He did, yeah. And now Triple H on his way out to grab. I guess he didn't like the ladder that The Rock brought in.
Now he wants to grab the one that he kicked over.
Oh, no, he's putting it back up. Oh, nice of him to do that.
I didn't know that they were in charge of, like, cleaning up the outside, too. They got to straighten it out, put it back the way it was.
You got to do everything.
Yes.
But, no, this match, like you said, stole the show of the night. We kind of talked about it before with tag teams. It's kind of hard to do, but where would you put this in ladder matches of all time?
Ooh,
I know. I'm throwing it on you quick.
Are we counting all ladder matches, or do you want to talk about like singles ladder matches?
You know what? I like that. Let's narrow it down to singles.
Let's narrow it down to singles. Oh, I think easily. Like, I think you can argue this one and Shawn and Razor from WrestleMania 10.
Okay.
Also happening in the same building.
Yes, true.
Maybe my two favorite of all time.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah,
it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue the first one. You know what I mean? The first one is always so iconic, and they did such a great job at what they had. Rock going for a quick victory here.
Rock got his fingers. He had his fingers on the belt, but not so much. Careful what we say about the first ladder match, because the first ladder match was Brett and Shawn.
Yes, I know it was Brett. I know it was Brett and Shawn, but
the first televised
one for WWE was Shawn and Razor. So that's the one that's the one I always go back to.
You ever see the first one? Period. Up in not Smoky Mountain, Calgary, Stampede Wrestling. It was Jake Roberts versus Junkyard Dog. There was $10,000 on the line, and they didn't have these folding ladders. They had like a standard, regular ladder that they had to like prop
lean
up
into the corner.
No, not in the corner. There was like a catwalk, almost like a scaffold on the ceiling of the building. But Rock's getting close. No, again, having his neck just absolutely broken. It was like a catwalk, so they had to lean the ladder. Not only that, someone like one of the ring attendants had to come in and hold the ladder. That's how old the ladder was. Yeah, that I think is somewhere on the WWE YouTube channel.
All right, I definitely need to check that one.
Yeah, it's an interesting one to see. It's an interesting one to watch. It might also be on like the Best of Ladder Match DVD. Which is probably where I first saw it.
So, and then ladder match wise, since you asked me the question, I'll throw it right back to you. Like your favorite singles ladder match, what comes to mind?
So my favorite singles ladder match, again, like you said, will be, at least for me, WrestleMania 10. Shawn and Razor. Probably a little bit because I was there at WrestleMania 10, so that I saw live. And now Mark Henry's putting a ladder in.
Everybody's putting ladders in the ring.
Except China. China doesn't want to deal with this. Wait a minute. Triple H. No. Triple H off the ladder.
And let's not forget also the Shawn Razor rematch at SummerSlam.
I was going to say.
That was a solid one, too.
I enjoyed that match a lot. Especially because a lot kind of happened in that wasn't supposed to. Like, first of all, when they were raising the belt, like the referee hung it wrong. So Shawn got legit hot and made him bring it back down, fix it, bring it back up. And then Shawn couldn't get the belt unstrapped.
Yes.
So I think he just kind of fell off with it, and that also wasn't supposed to happen. But no, that was a great match. And there was another one between Jericho and some other guy I can't remember who may or may not have been erased from wrestling history at the Rumble, which was a great ladder match as well.
Oh, I do remember that one. Yes, yeah. Jericho against the mystery partner.
Yes, and meanwhile, The Rock just patting away at the belt like a cat with a string toy.
Yeah, and Hunter can't seem to get him off the ladder, so he finally gave it and pushed it. There you go.
I'll just try and kill him.
Well, that's the whole point of a ladder match.
Of course. Another thing I wanted to mention, especially with you, because I know how much you love designs. This was not the first time. We've already had the belt for a little over a year and a half. But with the redesign, like the first major redesign of the Intercontinental title was heading into this. What were your thoughts about this redesign, this oval shape?
This redesign didn't bother me as much as future redesigns, for sure. But I still had that affinity for the earlier ones. And China...
Oh, wait a minute. China, yes, I'm sorry. China, finally, one of our favorite tropes here at Rewriting Wrestling History. China has removed the turnbuckle pad.
And just so you know, we didn't see it on camera, but Mark Henry also removed a turnbuckle pad. Yeah, you'll see it in that lower right corner. If we ever see that corner again, that the turnbuckle pad is missing.
Well, right now China's Oh yeah, it is gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
China doing a good distraction on The Rock.
Yep. Almost enough. But The Rock wasn't having it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Triple H get legit injured in this match?
That wouldn't surprise me. Because I remember he took a hard
a couple of times. I thought like his leg or his knee or something, but I could be wrong.
Well, don't forget the year before he was walking around with a crutch for a while.
That's
remember?
True. Yes.
So yeah, he was prone to knee injuries. And here's The Rock.
The Rock's got his hands on the belt. We might have. Wait a minute. No, he's stuck. The Rock is hanging.
Stuck. What are we doing here?
He takes the belt with him.
Do you smell what
Holy
The Rock is
cow!
What an ending.
We have rewritten wrestling history yet again, folks.
Still Intercontinental Champion. Now you'll see something very interesting here.
The dual title.
Yes. So I don't understand why the game did this, because Mark Henry was definitely not a champion.
Not the Intercontinental Champion. Maybe he went out and bought a replica.
Maybe he is, but he's celebrating like he won the match too.
What do you think I do every time I get one delivered to the house?
Oh gosh. Do you play entrance music on your phone as you open it?
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth on that one.
All right, here, let's get to the main event. This is going to be a good one.
This is it, folks. The main event of SummerSlam 1998 live from Madison Square Garden in the heart of New York City.
And I have to say, like, this was also the time, again, for somebody who had such a storied career as The Undertaker. The late 90s, to me, I think, was the time I liked him the best. Not because of the way they played around with his gimmick, like the whole corporate ministry thing and all that stuff. Like, wasn't as much into, like, all of those bits. But to me, this is when he put on probably some of his most iconic matches in his entire career. Granted, the one with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania is still by far the greatest match he's ever done.
WrestleMania 25?
Yeah. Yep. But consistently, I felt like the late 90s, before he went into the biker gimmick, I felt like his matches were so fantastic.
I think because with his gimmick change, where he was this version of The Undertaker, he wasn't restricted to that zombie-like original Undertaker. You know what I mean? Like, he moved. He was able to sell. He was able to talk. So I think that, and I agree with you, I think that's what led to it. Side note, with his music here, this was fairly new music for him that kind of, it wasn't just that death march.
Yes.
It was that, and a friend of ours who helped us commentate recently, Brian, I'll never forget, he said, I love Undertaker's new music because now he gets to the ring faster.
Yes. and that was very important back then.
It sure was, even with this short entrance.
Yeah, and we're calling this short.
Yeah. Well, I meant the actual entrance.
Yes.
At SummerSlam at the Garden. This was I always enjoy the American Badass Undertaker.
Definitely not my favorite moment for him.
Fair enough. But I think it led to a little more that he could do. But this was a great version of Dead Man Undertaker.
Yes.
I even preferred this version more than when he returned at WrestleMania 20, like where he kind of went back to the Dead Man Undertaker.
Yes. I do agree with that.
Yeah. And now we have Steve Austin hitting the ring. Granted,
Steve Austin, yeah.
He had the Smoking Skull belt with him at the time. I think.
Did he have it, or did it change after this?
I'm pretty sure. I think he had the smoking. They didn't like call it out, but he had it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Also, on our last pay-per-view episode of Rewriting Wrestling History, we did Bash at the Beach 94, where stunning Steve Austin was the WCW United States champion and had a victory over Ricky the Dragon Steamboat by count.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, he'll take a win with a win. But we'll see what happens here. Now, in the actual match, very famously, the match almost didn't really go the way it should have, because only minutes into the match, Austin got a concussion.
Yes, because back then, chair shots to the head were
hold on, wasn't a chair shot. If you remember,
no, I know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just shot in general, shots to the head. I shouldn't have said chair shot. shots to the head with weapons were just rampant all over wrestling.
Yes.
Back then.
It was an unprotected shots to the head.
Yes.
But funny enough, in this match, it was just bumping of the heads. Undertaker was down. He was coming up, and he just caught the back of Undertaker's head, just caught right underneath Austin's chin, and got him, and knocked him loopy. And the rest of the match, Austin said on his podcast, on his show, he was pretty much on autopilot at that point. So who knows what we would have gotten if Austin knew where he was.
That's very true. And I will say, for somebody on autopilot, this was a fantastic main event. Like, if you haven't seen this pay-per-view at all, I urge anybody listening to us or watching this to go back and check it out. Or if you don't remember it, to go check it out, because this was such a solid main event. And don't forget, the year prior, Undertaker also had another solid main event at SummerSlam against Bret Hart.
Yes, that was it with Shawn Michaels as the referee.
Yeah, that was a great match too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a very, I haven't seen that match in forever. I got to go back and watch that match. And
Yeah.
that was another match where Austin got knocked out. Unfortunately, really bad.
I was just going to say, Austin got paralyzed
He sure
temporarily
did.
in that match.
He sure did. But Undertaker, again, another one kind of kicking this match off fast.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot in 2K25. A lot of the matches like start off like the bell rings and somebody runs at the other person.
They're not there to work hourly.
Yeah, basically. It's like, hey, we need to get this done quickly.
Leading into this, again, Undertaker, Austin, two huge names. Back then, in 1998, like, did it feel like a major main event to you because of the names, the name factors that are in this main event?
Oh,
like,
no
this could have been
question about
WrestleMania.
Yeah, this could have easily been WrestleMania. But remember also, this was at the height of the Austin McMahon feud. Mm-hmm. And everything going on, like, remember, Vince was throwing everybody he could at Austin. Literally everybody he could at Austin. So every match Austin had was like a solid main event from WrestleMania 14 on. Mm-hmm. He went from Shawn Michaels to Mankind, right? Was
Dude
it Mankind and Dude Love, right? Yep. I think he did them back to back.
No. I think it was always Dude Love.
Well, it was always Dude Love. Okay. Yeah. it was Dude Love, and then it was Kane. Remember the first blood match? Yeah. It was Kane, and then we went from Kane to the Undertaker, and then we had obviously the events that unfolded after SummerSlam, mm-hmm. when the title got vacated.
Yes, good old vacant being a multi-time world champion.
Yeah,
the WWE.
I think
look at this. What is Undertaker doing? Hold on.
Vacant might have held the title more than anybody else.
There's I don't know if it's on. It might be on Reddit. It might be on Instagram as well. But it usually comes up. I forgot where someone posts, like, they'll put the graphic of the person, but then underneath they'll list all their accolades, and they'll show the titles. But, like, if they're a 5-time champion, they'll show the title 5 times. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And I think it was vacant, and it was the only one that had multiple screens that you had to swipe through.
Yes. Well, because there were a lot of strange moments. Again, when they were doing this, when you go back and talk about, they talk about like that crash style of wrestling,
yes,
where titles changed hands all the time, and there were all these like funky things going on. There were so many moments where titles were just held up for one reason or another, and it was just
some
weird.
Good, some not so good.
Yeah, exactly. Like I still remember how I want to say it was Goldust and Double J, Jeff Jarrett, were 2-time Intercontinental champions because there was a funky finish on Raw, and then the title was vacated just for a week. To get determined the following week.
Didn't that happen with the Intercontinental title at a house show we went to with Goldust and Savio Vega?
No, that was Raw.
Oh, I could have sworn it was at a house show, and then next month we're coming back doing the match again to determine the champion.
Oh, I wonder if it was a house show.
But maybe it's one of those things like where they didn't, like, they wrote it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but it's it's listed in the record books as Goldust winning the title twice.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, almost.
Yeah.
But the idea for that match came from what happened with Double J and Bob Holly.
Okay.
I
forgot about that. Yes.
Yep. On Raw.
Ooh. Yep.
Yeah, there's a poll. Meanwhile, we got a Stone Cold Stunner here. The match might be over while
Wait a
we're
minute.
talking about this.
1, 2. No, Undertaker still has some left in the gas. Gas left in the tank, I should say.
Gas left in the tank.
That's
we don't want a main event going a short distance.
No, we don't. We'll need someone.
And neither does the Undertaker, apparently, because at DDT. Although he's cut open, we'll say that. Not sure when that happened.
We got color. All right, fair enough.
Yes, we do.
No,
and
funny enough.
And again, back then, everybody bled. All the time.
Everybody, forget about it. I'm actually, as I'm watching this match, forgive me, I'm actually counting how many times the world title has been vacated.
Oh, I'm sure it's been plenty.
Oh, I'm already up.
We're talking the
double digits.
WWF one, right?
Just the WWE World Championship.
Okay, so was the very first one WrestleMania 4?
Hold on, I'm already 3/4 of the way through this list.
Okay.
If I scroll up and lose myself. Okay, so first and foremost, 13 times, 12 times the WWE title has been vacated.
Undertaker's making a good comeback here.
We got 2. No, only 1 count. Excuse me. So it looks like the first time it was vacant was actually technically in 1979 when Backlund lost the title to Antonio Inoki.
Oh, interesting.
And then Backlund won it back. So technically Backlund's like a 2-time champion, but Inoki's reign was never recognized. So
yes, I do remember Inoki's reign never being
now
recognized.
after that, technically the first time it was vacant was the whole Hogan Andre DiBiase WrestleMania 4.
Right.
So that would be technically the first time.
Okay. And after that, then it was obviously Royal Rumble 92 because of the whole Survivor Series Tuesday in Texas incident, which involved The Undertaker.
It sure did. Undertaker has a lot of moments here vacating titles.
Yes, yeah. For some odd reason, it just kept happening for him.
It sure did. So.
Meanwhile, this match has been going. Austin was running this match in the beginning, but it's definitely been going back and forth.
Clearly, Austin is not concussed in this match as we watch.
No, he is definitely not. He is in full control of his extremities.
So, what do you remember? What do you remember the crowd like that night at the Garden?
Red hot.
Okay.
Red hot. It had to have been one of the hottest crowds I've ever been in. No question.
Did you hear anyone mentioning, "Oh my God, I can't believe I drove all the way here from Adelphi University. Some schmuck is sitting back at the dorm room."
Nope, I definitely didn't. I definitely did. I didn't hear somebody else say that. We probably said that about you while we were there. Like can you believe Larry's missing this? Whoa!
Oh, a stunner on the outside of the ring.
And a 6 count. We got trouble.
But Austin's not going to take a win like that. Oh, maybe he will. No, maybe he won't. He wants to win this the proper way. He is the champion.
In the ring.
Oh, look at this. What is he? Oh, I thought he was setting up for a springboard or something.
Oh.
Wait a minute. What is happening here? Lights went out. Undertaker.
Major comeback.
Look at this. Tombstone pile driver. Folks, are we going to tie this up here for the event? No.
Whoa. That was kind of cool.
That was very cool. I didn't think that happens in this game. I might have to buy this.
Yeah, it apparently does because I had no idea that it happened until this happened, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a second."
It was just like the Undertaker AJ Styles meme. Undertaker just standing behind him.
That's exactly what it was.
Also not knowing what's going
on. But meanwhile, Undertaker went from being stunned on the outside and down and out to fully in control of this match now.
Oh, he's had enough. He's ready to end this. He wants to walk out of New York City the new WWE champion.
I'm surprised Austin kicked out of the tombstone from that.
Me too, but Austin's on rubber legs right now, so it might not have been a smart move.
Yeah. Oh, and I believe he just got busted open.
He might have been, but we got to cover. 2. No, still only a 2 count. What? Even Undertaker's like, what is going on? Oh, look at this stunner! Stunner. Referee slightly out of position. 2. What? Enough.
Wow. What an ending.
That has been, I'm going on record. That is the best ending we've ever had on Rewriting Wrestling History.
I could not agree with you more. And obviously, just like it happened in 1998, Stone Cold Steve Austin is still the WWF.
Oh, wow. What an event. Folks, we're finishing it 5-3. 5 matches preserved, 3 rewritten. What an event.
What an event. Larry, thank you so much for being here, and we'll catch you next time on Rewriting Wrestling History.